welcome back to JON'S Sessions. I'm John, I do events, I do part-time YouTube, link in the description below.
I'm Andrew, I do e-commerce, link in the description below.
Today we have Andy and Eve on our podcast. We've explained how we know each other, so I think if you want or interested, go back there, check it out, because we want to cut straight to the chase. But you guys want to introduce yourself once again?
Andy, Eve.
Yeah. But you all want to say like background, what you know?
Oh, in sales.
Okay.
Customer service officer, running job.
The company is just like company X. Yeah, want to keep that. Today we talk about
anal.
Wow! Wow!
Anal.
Wow! So in your face.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, technically we talk about fetishes, but anal is one of them lah. Right? Like, does anybody truly love anal?
Maybe. There must be somebody lah.
Yeah, okay. So we were talking about how there are different types of fetishes, and a lot of Malaysians are very apprehensive when it comes to talking about fetishes. Like, there's some people who like armpits. That, you know, actually there's a law in Malaysia in advertising that you can't show your armpit. You know
Oh wow.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You notice deodorant ads are always like shh, that thing. But no girl that's showering that's like that. Armpits are a big no-no in Malaysia.
Why?
Yeah, why?
I don't know. They just are afraid. They're like, ketiak tu, ketiak,
Why
It's like that.
This is so weird.
Yeah. There are a lot of rules in advertising. They like you can't showcase powdered milk being better than breast milk. Like, you can't say this is very nutritious. You can't even say that. You can just say good. She has these vitamins. That's it. Cannot say it's good. In a way, you only can say the vitamins in it.
And this whole like not talking about or not showing armpits thing is so interesting because it's so specific. I feel like they have grounds just to ban it.
Yes.
So maybe they have a study that shows that people are actually very inclined to like armpits.
Yeah.
And
The
maybe
fetish is very strong.
That's that's not a good societal image. Therefore, we're gonna ban it from advertisements.
Yeah. But I think it's like that. I mean, like, I think in Japan, when you watch porn, you don't even see the guy's penis or the girl's vagina.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like
always
pixelated, right?
Yes. To be exact, it's very pixelated.
Yeah, all three of us on the same page here. For sure.
I don't know.
So to go back to fetishes, right? There's some people who actually enjoy shit. You know, like excrement that's smeared all over the body and all that.
Like literal shit.
Yeah, literal. And I think we use the word shit so much that we forget what really shit is.
Yeah, like number
You know?
2.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they actually enjoy these things, but then when Malaysians hear a bit, they all like, wow, hey bro, you are fucking weird too. Then they back off and then all that. So I think it's also part and parcel of like Malaysians being very scared about the whole sex topic.
True.
Going into fetishes is like a second level or more. You know, you go in the US, it's like BDSM everywhere. You can see people walking around SF with ball gags in their mouth. You know?
Really?
Yeah, you can see girls with anal beads hanging out, that shit. And it's like, they're like, wow, this girl's damn hardcore lah. You know? And they have that whole, you know, that leather suit parade type of thing. The whole BDSM thing going on. And like, you sit over there and then you are, you know, even right, and I consider myself like at the peak of like openness to sexuality, right? I'm also a bit uncomfortable when I'm there, you know? I'm
Okay.
like, wow, fuck man.
Yeah.
I thought I was like hardcore.
You see a lot of weird people in America.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think a lot of us Malaysians, when we go abroad and then you see all that shit, you're like, oh, fuck, damn taken aback, you know? But even here itself, I think if you had a mama session, you talk to people or whatever, you talk about that whole fetish thing, people damn scared, right? People okay to talk about sex, right? No. But you talk about fetish,
Yeah.
uncharted territory.
Weird topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Because it's basically saying how weird you are.
Yes! But you know, it's so weird because overseas they're okay with it. They're like, oh yeah, you know, dude, I like anal and all that. But over here, like, actually my girlfriend like touching my asshole. Then you're like, wow, damn detail. I don't know why. But I think even the LGBT thing is very difficult to communicate as well. You know, I think it's also the Muslim country element, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Huh?
For sure.
Do you think it's the fact that it is a Muslim country, we will never progress to a country that is more open? in terms of like accepting fetishism, accepting LGBT? Do you think we'll always be hindered by that? Do you think we're always going to be like in that position?
Do you know of a Muslim country that is open about these things?
I know a Muslim country that's more open to like food. You know, like Dubai. You go to Dubai, the bacon is next to the chicken, and they say chicken is halal. But over here, bro, have pork. So I think certain rules they pick and choose to see which is a priority. But I don't think of any Muslim country that is very open to sex lah. But look at Christianity, right? I think like the US is a Christian-based country, but they're okay with talking about sex and shit, right? And they're both like Abrahamic religions.
For sure, yeah. I mean, I don't think we are actually like we're not technically a Muslim country, right?
We're
I think by definition, a Muslim country is someone where like if you're born, you're forced to be a Muslim. Like Muslim is just the predominant.
Like everybody is Muslim lah.
Yeah.
Right, like if you were a Muslim country, then by definition, if you were born in that country, you must be Muslim.
Is it?
Versus our country, where Muslim is like the predominant religion, but then like if you were born in Malaysia, you don't have to be a Muslim.
I guess. But aren't we still considered like a Muslim country?
I would consider us a Muslim country.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I feel like a lot of our whatever we do is based on how Muslims will do it lah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Like I think prayers as well.
Yeah.
A lot of our schools are based. The timing is all based on that as well. Right?
Yeah.
Friday is off. Why? Because need to go prayer, man.
Yeah, your Friday school starts later. Your afternoon session. Yeah.
So I think a lot of it is because it's like that. And then I think
Yeah.
it kind of trickles down to the cultural thing. But do you think as time goes by, right? Like you know now we all have YouTube and all that, and we're definitely more open to it. Like I think if you saw like last time I go to Valley, there are a lot of closet gays that will never show. But they're very feminine, you can tell like this guy is fucking gay lah, but you don't want to say it because he's fucking Malay right? But nowadays they're very flamboyant, they don't mind, they can have long hair and all that. Do you think in the next 20, 30 years we would achieve that whole, it's okay to talk about sex, it's okay to be LGBT, it's okay to talk about fetishes?
Maybe because
Yeah.
now I think because like there are news like they want to. They do talk about it, like not like last time they just don't mention about LGBT.
Yeah.
Like now they do have news about it.
Conversations and everything.
Like and it's not like we ban this, we ban that. It's more to like they should have their rights to.
You think so?
Yeah.
You really think they...
No, I heard news like that.
I heard the opposite of that.
Really?
Yeah, me
Yeah.
There are parties who say that we should acknowledge like they are also like people.
You know, I don't know whether I should be mentioning this, but like my friend, which you all know, has also participated in all these rallies. So maybe you heard from the rally perspective, but not from the governmental position. I think the government will probably never say something like that.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think if anything they will be against it. Yeah.
Sure, man. Because they...
I mean now the government want to take off all the nudity from Netflix. I mean like,
Yeah, dude.
like what the fuck?
That was actually spoken by a BN person, what?
Yeah, it's just like one person in. So what I'm saying is that like, there are people in some parties who did mention that these people should have their rights too.
That's why I'm saying, like, I think
Because
the people who push it a lot more.
Yeah, correct.
Right? And because of all these media outlets, like you were saying how Netflix, they're trying to hold it us back, you know, but I think as time goes by, we become more open, and in the end, everybody will be talking about fetishes and the mama.
Yeah. But it all starts today, boys.
How would y'all feel if a friend like mentioned his weird ass fetish? Like, would y'all be like, it's cool lah, but or would you go, yo bro, I think TMI lah.
I wouldn't say it's TMI. It's always interesting to know.
Yeah, but would you judge that person or not?
Judge
Like if
the
anything
person.
happened, like, then you're gonna relate like, oh, this person.
Okay, I think there's there are few things that would come across really weird to me. Pedophilia,
Yeah.
necrophilia.
Wow.
For sure.
Yeah. And I think this would this would be the two weirdest things for me. Other than that, I don't
You would
think I
judge.
would judge.
You know, I actually really pity people who are pedophiles or necrophiles. You know, I think fetishism is something you can't control. it's something that maybe you watch too much media of, and then it's already ingrained for you to feel like horny or whatever when you see that type of shit. So when you tell people like, oh, actually I have let's say I have an anal fetish, for example, people are like, wow, bro, you damn hardcore, that type of thing, conversation ends there, or they keep talking about anal lah. But I think it's very difficult for a person that, let's say, suffers from that whole I think kids are very attractive, and then I'm a pedophile. Like, who do you go to? You know? Yeah, I mean, if you go to a psychiatrist also, right? Psychiatrist straight, hey dude, I don't think I can help you. Huh? You know, it's very difficult for them, if you think about it. Like, it's a real issue. So how would one tackle that? I don't even know, man.
Yeah, it's like super sensitive. I would feel concerned, like, if you imagine yourself as a pedophile who wants to seek help, right? Let's say you haven't actually done anything yet and you acknowledge it's a problem beforehand, right? Which is very respectable. You recognize the problem before you acted on it. You want to find a solution, right? I would be concerned to even Google it. I would be concerned to say, like, I am necrophile, where do I go, right? Like, right? That I would, like, what if the government tracks me down? It's a legitimate concern.
I don't even know. Like, I think because of how the country is governed, you kind of on this constant state of fear, man.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
That's why people don't talk about it.
Oh, maybe.
Fuck, man.
Maybe. I don't know.
They just don't want people to know.
Do you think there is a method of suppressing one's fetish? Like, you just don't do it, then do you think it would just, one day I need shit? Just smear shit all over me, that thing.
I don't think people are so simple and one-dimensional to have only one fetish. So my solution is to not suppress one fetish, but to just focus on the others. Right? So for example, in the context of sex, you have to have more than one fetish. You are not so one-dimensional that you only like one thing.
What if all your fetishes are bad? Necrophilia, pedophilia, and like, let's say cheating. Wow,
I would go with the least bad. I would go with cheating. Okay. Right? But my point is I would focus on one and just like try and not focus on the other.
See, stuff, man.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you explain fetishism.
Yeah, I do. It's almost like your taste in food, right? Like, did you decide did you decide that you don't like asparagus?
It's a
Did
preference.
you decide that?
Yeah, you like nasi lemak? Oh my god!
Right. If I could choose, of course I choose to like everything lah. Then the world is a beautiful place.
Or don't like
Such
certain
places.
things and all that.
Yeah.
It's tough, and it's worse because you can't even talk about it sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? You talk to your closest, like, let's say you tell your parents, I like little children. Your parents are like, oh my god. How do you deal with that, right? What if you had a kid, and in the future your kid tells you this? How would you deal with it?
Wow, I don't know, man.
Oh, dude.
Because I don't think I have any, so.
You wouldn't be able to sympathize now, in a way.
Yeah. I mean, if it does happen to me, I would.
You know Dexter, the TV show?
Yeah.
You know how like he has a fetish for killing?
Yeah.
Not fetish lah, like
That's basically a fetish. It's like,
Right?
yeah.
he loves the blood and all that. Then the father teaches him like, you just kill the bad people, and then you like, I teach you how to dispose the body. Would you do that for your kid?
No.
No.
Nah, I would not.
Probably
You
not.
try to fuck children and bury them.
Okay.
Sure, I kidnap children.
Idea for the next Netflix
I
special.
will pay the down payment for your white color van.
Right? How do you do that? How do you cope with that shit, man?
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing if it's yourself, because that's only self-control. So exercising, like, okay, discipline, don't do that. You know, make it bad. Like, it could be killing also lah, it could be rape, whatever, right? So that one at least you can control. But if it's somebody else that you love, how do you even deal with that? I think that's damn tough, man. Maybe it's an unanswered question. I don't think the States or any other forward-thinking country has actually thought of this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's an outright solution, but I do know an interesting fact that on Twitter, at least in the US, the whole pedophilic community, they have ways to tell each other, like in secret, that
Was this like a secret
that
code?
we are like pedophiles.
Is it like a...
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like the Twitter handles, they would start with a certain letter, or they would start with not just one letter long. Like there's
Some kind of quote lah.
yeah, it's a code. I can't remember what it is. I think there are 3 letters and followed by an underscore or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But if it's like known to public, then everybody would know that.
No, my Twitter handle is JON_NHT. I hope I'm not sending off the wrong message.
It's not common knowledge. Like most people don't know it, but I think I read it somewhere, and it was also on a John Oliver episode, I think.
John Oliver?
John Oliver, did you watch John Oliver? He's anyway, no, he's just this guy who talks about topics.
Okay.
And trending on YouTube. Yeah, there's a very like you know, they try to keep it on the down low, right? And they try to keep this community within themselves, and so that's an outlet for them to share and talk about their problems, right? In a very quote unquote safe place lah, where people can empathize with their situation. Yeah. So it's not like they don't have nowhere to go, but it sucks still lah. Can't control it.
It's a tragic thing, man. I wouldn't know what to do also. Like, how do you even know if you're a pedophile? Like, I need to be part of this sport group, man. What's those 3 letters and the underscore? I'm trying all iteration, A, B, C, D, E, F, underscore.
There's so many permutations.
Yeah, bro. It's tough, man. I think it'd be so scary, and then you live in this world where you're always like, oh shit, I'm gonna be judged. Am I gonna be judged? I don't know, right?
That's why you don't talk about it.
Huh? So sad, right? I think like a lot of suppressed, not just adults. Like, I think adults is one thing, but I think if you were a kid or you were in high school and all that,
how do you cope with that, man?
No amount of counseling can help you with it, man. I think the jigu also really takut. Yeah, man. Bro, you haram in the streets, way. Scary, right?
So do you have any?
Me?
Yeah.
Fetishes.
Actually, I don't think I have. Which is like really surprising, right? Don't you think?
I mean, we're talking about like in a sexual context, right?
Yeah.
Fetishes.
I like boobs,
Yeah, me too.
But that's very straightforward.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, I think even girls.
Who doesn't?
I think even girls like boobs. Like, it's not even like I don't tell you, you know. Maybe like once in a while an armpit fetish, but that one also like I like, what the fuck? Then no lah, just boobs You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's like at least for me, I think it's sort of seasonal.
What is this, Trader Joe's?
It's not like fixed, right? Like, I don't know, there are certain phases that I go through. It's like how, you know, I have a certain phase where I like comedy movies, right? There's like certain phases where I like other things lah. It's not like
that's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
right?
I think I'll be like armpit, man.
Huh.
But there was one time like I ate like ass, that's it. I ate out the ass, that's it. Then I like, that was great.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, I just felt
I'm
like
not judging, I'm just
No,
curious.
I know. But I just felt compelled that I wanted to do that, and I felt like it was in the moment to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
And normally I'll be like, yo, I'm not gonna eat ass, man. Bro, things only come out with asses. You know, but at the time I felt like, wow, fuck, I needed to eat some ass, man.
So there was a calling.
What was it calling?
Like, it was an emotion, you know, it's like I was hungry, you know. They just ate ass. Yeah.
Okay.
And the girl was like, what the fuck? But
And
she enjoyed it.
Surprise!
Yeah, but she enjoyed it. Then I'm like, wow, okay. Go eat somewhere.
So after that, did you like crave, right? It's
No,
that
just that one or two times, then no more already.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. But I suppose you're right, it's a very seasonal thing. It just comes and goes. Maybe we're directly influenced by media, you know.
Maybe.
Or maybe you watch something and then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I want to do it. I want to do it too.
Right.
Yeah, it's so odd.
Then is it still considered as a fetish?
I think maybe temporary.
Honestly, what even is like, where do you draw the line in terms
Yeah.
of fetishes, right? Like like personally, like eating a girl out is completely normal. It's not even like
Oh,
a
they're
fetish.
100%.
It's not even a fetish. It's like the default for me,
Yeah.
right? But that could be a fetish to someone else, but
Yeah,
Oh,
like
that's
if they
true,
like they always want to do it.
right? That could seem so bizarre from the outside looking in.
And I had like previous exes who were like, no man, I'm not gonna blow you, man. What, that one total game changer, I cannot me. And that's why those relationships
Did she
never
say
worked out.
why?
Yeah, she just said, you're not clean now. Then I'm like, to you, but can eat you out. Fuck you, man. Double standard woman. Yeah. How can that be true, right? Like, I'm not even asking you to
How
fucking...
can then like go shower first or what? Cannot?
Cannot.
Or she clean it lah.
Cannot.
She clean it.
Yeah.
She clean with however. Clorox also cannot.
Clorox.
She pour Clorox all over my fucking
There won't
schlong.
be much left to blow lah, I think, after that.
I'll be like Asian, I'll be a Michael Jackson down there, you know. All white already. But there were just girls like that. I suppose you're right. There's some lines that are drawn.
Yeah.
And some girls are just so vanilla. Like they're like, oh no, just sex only, nothing else. Because everything is just like, oh my god, why would God create like a playground next to a sewer? That shit.
Uncomfortable lah.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
But I know a few people that are like that have fetishes like that, and then they just they for them that one is really so normal, you know. So the fetish part is the
exactly.
part.
Yeah.
So to them they like I'm shy lah, you know. But some girls are memang shy about like, oh, you know, I actually blow a guy, like that type of thing. Memang lah, I think because that Malaysia is so big, right, in a sense, and only I think certain cities are very developed. The in-betweens are maybe not so, and then they're always very traditional. Or maybe they do also, but they're scared to say.
Yeah, I think it comes back down to like how you say like we're afraid to talk about fetishes. If we're more open about it, I think more people will be open about it.
Yeah, I mean it's a cultural thing. You slowly gotta incorporate in everyday conversation.
Yeah, I mean like the whole blowing thing, right? I'm sure if let's say all her friends are enjoying blowjobs, she would eventually
try also.
Yeah.
She's got a point.
Yeah.
She's got a point. I think conversation is very important.
Yeah, but then again, even if her friends enjoy blowjobs, they probably don't talk about giving.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like.
Yeah.
And then she's very ashamed to be the first one maybe to come out and say.
So you need to be an early innovator lah for you to say, I'm going to start talking about the fact that I like blowjobs.
I think it's also the same as shitting. You know, when you take a shit, you know, last time when you were younger, I don't know about you all, but like when you talk about shit, right? Oh, I had a very bad shit lah, I diarrhea or that. I was like, hey, can you not talk about this? But eventually, we started talking a lot about shit. Like, oh, you fuck, I diarrhea. Hey, bro, you makan something wrong, is it? Then it became a very acceptable conversation. I think that's how you gotta kind of grow towards that, right? Like you mentioned, you gotta start about blowjobs more, or like parts of sexual intercourse, and then only people will be more comfortable with that. Huh?
Yeah, but I think at least, and I don't know if this is true, but like I feel like the female demographic is less inclined to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because of maybe whether conscious or subconscious fear that people will stereotype that they are, you know, sluts or whatnot, right? Like there's an image to protect, and for some reason that image doesn't carry on for guys. Like this.
Guys is considered player, man.
Right? And then it's seen positively.
How unfair.
Right? Yeah.
It's true. But I don't know, I think to me, ever since I was young, I felt like if a girl was very open about conversing about sex, right, I'm like,
Interesting.
I respect this chick.
Yeah.
I respect this fucking chick, man. And I'm more attracted to her than all those other girls that, actually,
I don't talk about it.
Yeah.
But I think now they are more like open.
Definitely.
Depending on topics lah, like certain topics probably don't want to talk about it, but like sex is just very common nowadays.
Well, usually it's an age thing, because
I was gonna say that too.
Generations?
Yeah. It's because we grow up, right? And you follow that social bubble that you've always been in.
Yeah.
But really, what you left behind is still the same.
So probably like years later, everybody will know like, oh, I have this fetish, I have that fetish, because like everybody just ready to talk about it.
Yeah.
But I think it's also media, because back when we were growing up in like high school, we are less exposed to this kind of media. Now it's so easily obtainable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone.
Everybody is 18 and above can enter the site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like now you just need an internet connection, and like you can already. So like let's just talk about like blowjobs, right? For example, right? So. You're not just having a conversation with your friend, but like if you go to media and everyone's talking about giving a blowjob, even if your friends are not talking about it, you will feel like, oh, it's, you know,
acceptable.
Yeah, acceptable. Yeah.
Social
norm. Like, and I'm pretty sure Malaysians these days are they are sexually active at a younger age as compared to the previous generation and all. Yeah, and I think it's also because of media, because it's like. I'm pretty sure your parents won't go and like, hey, you know, you should go and have sex with that other person.
Mom's very different.
Okay, but mom and dad never had the same conversations with me than they did with you.
That's true.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's true. Maybe they just respect his intelligence more. Like John, I think you better. But Andrew can trust him. He won't
say anything to me.
Yeah, so they won't come up to you at high school age and like, you know, you should totally go bone that girl, you should go get experience and that kind of stuff.
Right.
So most of these kind of things you kind of get from media.
And you learn from there.
Yeah, you learn from there. They will most probably educate you about how dangerous it is and don't do it. Yeah.
Like you would never think of even sex ed, you know, in Malaysia.
Yeah.
You don't have sex ed? No, right? Did you have sex ed when you were young?
No.
No.
And
I don't think even now, right?
No, now apparently got, I think.
Is it?
I chow. No such thing,
But
right?
it's not like a class lah, but it's like, you know, you have like a seminar kind of thing lah.
Oh.
Which I think is good enough.
Yeah, because
I think it's a
they
start,
have,
yeah,
they
it's a
have
start,
like
correct.
a subject about it, right? Sex
Subject.
education?
Is there an actual subject?
That's a Netflix series lah.
No.
Which I thoroughly enjoyed, by the way.
Is it good? It's the British one,
It's
right?
good, yeah.
Or like I think they share like how guys and the differences or not like.
But how do you have a year-long syllabus about sex?
No. Like
What
this
do
kind of sharing like
How to
maybe,
eat a girl up?
no, maybe it's like maybe in the science, because now like I think in primary you have science subject already. Then they include like differences between guys and girls. Maybe I'm not sure, but I did hear from the news that like they have this kind of like sex education.
We mentioned this before on the podcast. How like I had a high school teacher at the time, and I was Form 3. And that's when they went through the whole syllabus of the whole body organ,
Yeah,
sexual.
I remember
and all that.
reproductive system.
And then she was so, how do you say? She actually goes into detail when it comes to these things. But all the remaining chapters. But this one, wow, one class.
Brief. Oh, okay, yeah.
She's
yeah.
excellent.
She's a victim to it too. She's a
Oh.
victim to the whole systemic issue of
Yeah.
like being
And she was
shy
so
about it.
uncomfortable, dude.
I don't think it's anymore already now.
Is it?
Because I really heard that news like they do share like more because it's more people just need to know like it's just different right
I
now.
know what Andy says is true though. I think it's part and parcel of the internet and the accessibility.
Yeah.
So like when you do search, you kind of ask.
Yeah,
and then-
you will eventually know. So I was thinking like whatever he was saying, I think that's the reason why like a lot of like gay scenes like they need to censor because it's like also like sharing
Oh
with people.
yeah.
Like they want to just like suppress it. That's why. Then
Yeah,
people don't
man.
talk about it and people just feel that okay then I shall not. That's why like people in the closet a lot, right? Because they
Right.
feel like people don't just accept them.
Yeah, man. It's fucking sad lah, actually.
Yeah.
When you see a lot of like I know a few Malay guys got gay and then they want to tell but then they cannot tell and then in the end they get married to a lady. Wow, fuck man. Imagine
Yeah.
this whole life.
Tragic, man. You just lie to yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. You just really like dick but you cannot have it, you know. Like, it's like
Yeah,
fuck, man.
yeah.
I cannot
It's
imagine
actually-
like liking tits and ass so much and pussy and then like no you need to have dick your whole life.
Fuck, man.
Can you
That's
imagine? Can you
wow.
imagine?
That's
I
one
would not
part that
imagine.
so like some people they don't get like why you must be like that, right? So like I said like okay, say I'm a girl like just because to you it's normal like I should like a guy, but if that person I said a girl likes a girl and she feels it's weird to like a guy, it's the same like how you feel. Okay, I don't think I'm explaining correctly.
No, you're explaining correctly. It's
You
like
know what I
it would
mean?
feel weird that you are liking something you're not supposed to like.
Yeah,
Right?
so
You're forced lah.
what I try to like make this person understand is that you need to understand you feel that it's normal, but it's not normal to that person.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you are forcing it onto that person.
Right.
Fucking
Just
charm.
because you think that it's not right doesn't mean that okay, think it this way, right? If that person is gay, be it guy or girl, right? Like lesbian or gay, right? They feel that it's normal and a straight relationship is not normal. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
the other
it's
way
the same-
around.
the same
To
way,
a
yeah.
straight person, right, gay is not normal, but to the gay person, straight is not normal.
Right.
It's just if they're, I don't know how. Of course, we can't explain like why it's like that, but it's just like that. What can you do? You can't just force a person to be straight, or you can't force a person to be gay.
Actually, and this might be a very insensitive thing for me to say, but do you think being gay and lesbian is a form of fetish that has gone an acceptable part of,
The whole maybe.
right? Like
I can't say no. Like
maybe it's part of it, you know. Like there's a reason why some guys like dick. And
Some people are just. I have friends who are just like born like that.
is it
Like she knew even in kindergarten that she's just gay.
a guy? Yeah,
She's just like I just can't fall for guys.
it's true.
Like
it's
you
true.
would just know it. Like you just won't find that guy is attractive, but girl is attractive. Then I don't think it's fetish. I feel like it's just you just know it.
Yeah.
Maybe
you're
you
bi lah,
can
you're bi
say
lah, yeah.
it's a fetish lah, but it's just if you just can't fall for guys, you just can't fall for guys.
It's true, man. It's so sad, right?
If you
now,
force it, or maybe like okay, maybe I can try. I have friends who just like they really tried like relationship with guys, it just didn't work out.
Yeah, and then you
it's
feel very
turned out
sad.
to
and
be
emo.
yeah. Then
Yeah.
but then it's like okay, you're confirm gay lah.
Yeah.
Because you try and it didn't work and you just go back to.
And actually, you gotta respect their courage to be able to even go against what they feel, you know.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like imagine like you really like dick, but then you have to try for vagina type of thing, or vice versa, right? And then you go through it, and then society keep telling you you're fucking wrong. Wow,
Yeah.
Chamo.
And like people just don't accept you.
Yeah, I think the country will move forward if they prevent.
Eventually.
Yeah, if they allow us to, in a sense, like if you mentioned how the censorship on Netflix and all that, right? If they continue to do these type of things, I think like I don't think we will even follow what they say. No? I think we will revolt. We'll be like, hey bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, there was like a huge revolt on social media already.
Is it?
Yeah, on Facebook, especially the younger
For
community,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
The younger
What
online
nonsense
community.
is
Yeah,
that?
people are.
It's difficult to actually imagine Malaysia go in that direction also.
But
Right?
also to answer your question on whether like being gay is actually a fetish, if fetishes are defined as like something that's seasonal, right, something that changes over time, I
That
don't
is
think being gay is like seasonal.
Oh, but actually, I know some people who are like that though. Like actually, there is a season where, you know how they always say in those American movies, and I also have friends that like that. Like, oh, there was always that summer where I experimented.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just I mean sometimes it stays, right?
Because if you're not, then you initially you were not. It's just that you were curious whether you're not.
I guess, but look at what's his name? Fuck, the Kim Kardashian father.
No, I don't watch them.
Huh?
I don't know about their family.
You know the father? What the fuck is his name? God fucking damn it.
It's okay,
So
sorry.
the father of Kim Kardashian and Kylie Jenner and all that. Kris Jenner, I think Kris Jenner? Something like that, I don't know. He was married and he had a lot of women like in his life. Like he had his wife and then had 3 daughters and all that shit. And after that, he decided, you know, actually I'm not a man. I'm actually a woman. He just made a sex change now. You know, so you can't say that once you're gay, you've always been gay, that type of thing. It's also like maybe sometimes you've been, let's say, a man or a woman your whole life, and then after you get married, you have kids also, right? That means you really, literally, get a kid, have a whole family in your life, and then you realize, actually, I'm not myself. I am actually somebody else. Then you make that change. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't think it's a set in stone thing. I think it's an epiphany thing as well as a set in
that's
stone
if
thing.
let's say that person like have not found the real.
Or that trigger thing hasn't happened. Like I genuinely believe that there are trigger points, right, in your life. Like there's a reason why you make certain decisions. Like why you chose certain things to eat or do or go out, who, where, and all that. And when you do make these decisions, your paths kind of like diverge. And you're never going to go the same path. It's like I choose to be fun me that day, right? I'm never going to have fucking chat fun that day already. You know? So your path kind of cha right, and it branches out. But I think there will always be a very defining path where it changes your entire life, like in a very drastic way. So for him, I think it was when he realized that he was not happy in his family, and he was not a father figure of sorts. And he said, you know, I don't think I'm a male in that sense. And he made the whole sex change and everything.
Yeah, but that's different. I thought it was referring to like, oh, I'm going to be, I choose to be gay for now. Okay, I'm done with it.
I think experimenting is one thing lah.
Yeah. That is more to.
Because my ex was a bi, and she's also a very devout Christian. So she was very conflicted, you know. She.
Oh, that's very sad. Eh?
Yeah, it's very sad because her religion and her mom and her dad and everything was always pulling her towards the whole Christianity side, whereas her internally, she's always been a very experimental person, and she's bi lah. She likes males and she has sex with both, and she always wants to do it. And then when she does it, she feels so ashamed from you know. She's so ashamed, and she's like, oh, I can't.
But bi is not so difficult because you can just choose to be with the.
But that's the thing. She's a part of her is proud to be bi, but a part of her is disgusted that she even thinks of being with a woman. Because being bi doesn't mean you're being bi. Being bi is kind of like being a lesbian and a straight person. You know what I mean? So in part, you are also kind of a lesbian. So she was always very disgusted with herself. In that sense.
Okay. That is very Christian lah.
Right,
Because
right.
you're struggling with yourself.
So actually, if let's say she wasn't a very devout Christian, I honestly think maybe she would have just been a lesbian. Because I think she says like I genuinely enjoy having sex with women more than men.
Of course.
Yeah.
Why
And then
not?
yeah.
But like
I explained this to you before.
yeah, that's a prime example of being gay as a spectrum, right? Like there's a preference towards one over the other.
Like leasing.
Yeah.
Leasing.
So, right. So it's not like completely straight or like bi or gay, right? It's not like only those three options. There's also like bi, but then a preference towards a certain area.
Leasing's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we have a friend and I studied with him at SF, and it's very difficult because when you're from a family that's very like traditional, and he's the only guy, and for him it's like, ayo shit lah, fuck, I'm the only guy, cannot carry on the family name to you, and I'm gay somehow. He said he didn't say he was gay, he said it was bi, because he dated a girl and he enjoyed it, and then after he dated guys he enjoyed it as well.
Okay.
But after a while, he kept on saying he's bi, like for a year or 2 years. He kept saying, John, I'm bi, okay, please, I'm bi. Right? I like both.
Okay.
Right? I like dick as much as I like pussy.
Okay.
But one time I went to a strip club in the US. When he saw vagina for the first time, he couldn't take it.
For the first time.
Yeah, he saw vagina the first time. He was dating that girl, but dating me, but never go beyond that.
Oh.
Saw vagina first time, he straight want to faint. He go out, he's like, I cannot.
Wow.
And that's when he realized I'm not bi.
See, that's like, how can you explain that? Like you can't just force, you have to like vagina because you are a guy.
Right.
You just can't help it.
He fainted, you know.
Wow.
Fuck, man.
He was like, dude, I cannot. Because the girl, you know, the strip club, the girl's like dancing. She's a hot girl, you know. She's like slapping her vagina. I don't know why, lah, right? She's like, pop, 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 pop.
But wait.
He's like, pop, pop, pop. And then he was like, you gonna be sick? Fuck. I'm like, chill, man.
Is it just an experience that made him want to faint, or is like seeing that thing that? Because it's different, yeah. Like you're just like so overwhelmed by this. Okay, I cannot take this like stripper doing this thing to me. Versus, I saw the vagina and I'm like, oh shit, I cannot do it.
True. There's a difference between
That's,
those
if it's the first time you see it, I think it's a very, maybe that experience of dealing with it the first time is just so unfortunate.
Yeah, maybe. But like he felt happy when he saw dick the first time I was with them.
Yeah.
He was like, oh yeah.
But to be honest, the first time I saw a vagina, I was pretty traumatized by it as well. I thought it looked like a fucking alien.
Bro, I'm trying to tell that to everybody. You know the face hugger?
Yeah.
The face
But to be honest, the face hugger was built off that.
Yeah. And then the whole xenophobe thing is
Yeah,
and then
correct.
the dick also is actually a dick.
Yeah, but anyway, it does look like a fucking alien.
The thing like, oh shit!
So I was quite disturbed by it. I was not sexually attracted to the
I
vagina.
didn't know this.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I was really young. I think I was
Interesting.
like 14. No, 13, yeah.
Is it like a
13.
picture or what?
No, it was a video.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was pretty traumatized. Like, oh, really? I didn't know how they look. I mean, boobs look fine, right? But when you look at vagina when it's spread, it's like a fucking alien lah. Yeah.
100%.
So then eventually I grew to find it sexually attractive. So it's like my first impression of it wasn't like, oh my god, I want to fuck that shit. It's like
It's like, oh my god, I don't get that on my face. Later I scared something come on my body. It's true. I think the first time I saw it also, I was kind of like, ooh, fuck, I didn't know it looked like that.
yeah.
Did I share with you like mine?
What do you mean?
Like the
Your
first time.
vagina.
You saw a penis or like what?
No, the first time I saw, yeah.
No, I didn't.
I didn't share
No.
because you know our from spring we learn about reproductive system and there's
Right.
a diagram, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't tell you
No.
because how the diagram is drawn is like
Like
one
a cross
thing.
section.
No, the diagram is like one thing and then like two balls. So the first time I saw it, I expected to see one thing with two balls at the side.
I see, but not under it.
Yeah. So I was just like, oh my god, because I really thought it's like that.
Yeah, the illustration looks like
Yeah.
that, right? Yeah.
I was like, even like that one, like I thought, yeah.
But I thought
Wow.
tits looked very different also, to be honest. Like when I saw tits for the first time, I'm like,
Why ah?
why tits? Not,
It's generally drawn the same way.
but not cone. How come segment?
Not cone.
I always thought it was cone because of how bras
You
were.
couldn't piece it together with the shape of the pinnacle? Like it wasn't like a cone though, right?
No,
like
but
looking
the
at
bra
general
is the
public.
bra is like that, so I thought it's just to support it.
Oh.
You know, Like okay lah, so you don't show nipple and all that, whatever up to whatever the girl is lah. But when the older I grew, I'm like, oh, actually got a lot of tits. I got sagging, got cone, got everything also. Just like penis, right? Just like penis.
Yeah.
Like when I see penis also, I'm like, hey, how come my dick look different one? Fuck,
Is it?
Am I a cartoon? That shit.
Can you imagine like how much impact the person sketching this random diagram on a BMR textbook has impact on like society as a whole? How much thought has this person actually given to the social repercussions of his or her work?
Probably not enough.
I only want to draw two balls and one thing down here and call it a day.
I always thought it was a side view, like the penis was like that and then the balls were like that. So I was like, okay, my dick normal.
Yeah.
Then I felt my balls, why one lower than the other? Cancer, dude. You know? Or girls' tits also like, hey, why the tits like that one? I thought it's like going forward. Then how come like, why sag? Why nipple different?
Actually, like in textbook, like pussy also look very different.
Yeah, pussy is like
It's like everything open up.
When I saw the diagram of a dick in the textbook, I was like, I thought it was pretty normal because it's like a see-through thing.
Yeah.
Outline.
No, you know why? Because we top view.
Yeah.
We top view, but okay lah, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it's just because when you see the women's reproductive organs, right? You see everything inside, but you don't see it when you look at it, right?
I always thought a girl's vagina was just a line.
Yeah.
Okay, so you thought of it like.
Yeah, you don't see the cervix.
True.
Yeah.
I did not think of it at all. I really thought that it's actually like that.
It's weird, man. I feel like
I was so shocked. Imagine my first time, I was just like, no, I wasn't like aroused or whatever. I was just like shocked. Then the guy was like, why That literally I just stopped everything and I just explained like, oh, you know, in textbook,
So you didn't watch porn before you saw a real dick lah?
Oh, because I was actually, cause I'm bisexual. So at that point I thought I cannot take like guys at all. I thought I was a lesbian. So especially during Form 3, right? Cause I love science, I make sure that I get A for science. I love to that extent. But if you want to get A, you just have to study everything, right? But that chapter was the last and I hated it. That's how much I hated like anything to do with guys at that point. And I really thought, that's why I thought that I was actually gay. Yeah, so obviously I would not watch any videos of them. So yeah.
So you just watch lesbian porn lah?
I don't really I didn't really watch porn per se, or like maybe those porn just did not zoom into that part lah. Yeah, I really, the first time I saw was really a real person.
You know, in Malaysia now they've actually prevented you from accessing to websites that are pornographic sites.
Yeah.
You know, which is like, I think detrimental to a lot of the future prospects of Malaysia, because I think in the end, if you send a kid overseas to the US or UK, Australia or whatever in the world, and then they're all like, yeah, okay, I'm a smart guy, I got 5A UPSR, straight A SPM, see a girl naked, oh dude, wow, never see vagina before, or never see dick before, that thing. Then they like stun balls there, then the German girl is like, what is the problem? I never see vagina before, man. That shit. You know, actually I think we learn a lot more from porn than actually like chapter 3.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
we learn a lot more useful information, actually applicable.
Right, like how do you know how to do, what to see and how to react and all that? You don't see that shit. Like textbooks are just not like,
it's just theory lah.
No colours somewhere.
no foreskin, no like sagging boob, no like nipple, whatever, you know. And then you just think, okay lah, I think that's all I need to know, right? And then you go to the real world and then you're like, god damn.
Those people sketching diagrams need a pay raise lah, okay? They need to just up your game a bit lah.
Well, to be fair, the chapter, I mean like the Form 3 syllabus, right? It's just teaching you how to make a baby. It's not telling you
like
the process of enjoying making the baby. Yeah. So it's like, okay, this one goes here, you know, this one squirts there, it goes there, baby comes out.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I literally, you know, I actually only understood the whole penis go inside vagina thing after I watched porn. Because I think I was like 10 or 11. No, I was 9 when I watched porn for the first time and I realized that penis goes inside vagina that way. Then I was like, oh my god, that's so weird, dude. Then I started thinking, and then before that I always just thought like, oh, when you sleep next to a girl means you get pregnant. Because they would say, oh, I slept with a girl.
Yeah.
Then that type of thing. So I thought, oh, you still hurt? That means something happens, and then a baby comes out, that type of shit. So I think like without context and seeing, because they will probably write it in a very short sentence, penis, masuk, whatever, jadi bayi, that type of shit.
Good meh?
I don't know. That's why they don't say something like that.
When I was in Form 3, we had the model of a penis and a vagina.
And like masuk one.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't
yeah.
think it was meant to masuk, but because it's like a model and you can split it open to see like the parts inside and all that, right? So one of my friend was taking the vagina and taking the dick and it's like, hey, korang! So I mean, it's not supposed to split where you're supposed to split it to look at how the thing looks like inside, right? But he was splitting it and using the dick to and it's not even an erected dick lah. Because it would not be an erected dick, right? If it's a diagram for 15-year-olds. Right? So he was doing it like in this because it's yeah. So I was like, okay, doesn't look like a very comfortable position to be in.
That was your first time?
No, I mean no lah, that's not lah, but I just thought it was pretty entertaining lah.
Till today.
Yeah, I thought
I had no such opportunity. No classmate and then say, hey, korang!
What the fuck? You see, that would have helped a lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot of girls and all that, I bet they never saw that shit. Guys maybe lah, they watch porn lah, you know. We memang korang ada. But then
when I was in standard 6, right? So my friends and I, we were talking about getting like brothers and sisters and all that. So one of my friends was like, oh, your parents had sex, and I was like, no, my parents didn't have sex. My parents wouldn't do that kind of shit. Yeah, then it's like, huh? Then how you come out? I'm like, I came out lah. Yeah.
So innocent.
Yeah, I was in like standard 5, standard 6 lah at that point of time, yeah. Then when I went Form 1, my mind was blown lah.
it's true, man. These days they don't teach you, man.
Yeah.
Right? But I think they only teach you in Form 3, and I was just thinking about this. They only teach you in Form 3, and it's just the year before you're legally allowed to have sex.
Yeah, that seems intentional.
Yeah. and they kind of just rush it, right? Boleh buat bayi.
Jangan buat.
Yeah.
But actually by then also we all know lah. Wouldn't you know by Forms 3 you know how babies are produced?
After watching a lot of porn, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But porn also doesn't actually tell you what happens
it's
after
just
that.
this
It's
whole-
like, yeah.
I actually, I don't know lah. For me, when I watched porn, I saw like, oh, he let her whatever come inside and all that. Then I'm like, what do you mean by come? Oh, sperm go inside, is it? Then after that, when I saw, I don't know how lah. Okay, I was in Google and I searched like pregnancy and all that shit, just to got out of curiosity, right? And like a YouTube video popped up, and I clicked on it, and it was literally a Japanese lady giving birth.
Oh my god.
Wow, that is a lot.
And it was like a 45-minute video.
And you watched the whole thing.
Watched the whole thing.
Jesus.
And it was like a those bath
Right.
inside the bathtub, and she gave birth in the bathtub. And I was just like, dude, so that means the penis goes in and the baby comes out. Jesus fucking Christ. How does the baby come out, man? So I just watched lah. Like, wouldn't you, as a 15-year-old, be very fascinated by how something as large as a watermelon comes out from a lady? Okay, maybe it's just me.
I don't know how.
I don't think I would have given thought to that at age. I'm like, come on lor.
Serious. I'm like, oh, fine. You can.
So for me, I wanted to see lah. So this lady, she was screaming and screaming and screaming. I was like, ooh, that was painful, man. And then the doctor makes an incision on the vagina and all that. Then it comes out, and the baby is like actually not like a watermelon. It's actually quite small, but the moment it comes out, the bones of the baby, like the spinal cord and the skull, it kind of like opens up.
Oh, okay.
And then it's grey first when it comes out. But the moment it opens up, right, the baby is like, it releases the spine. The color also comes, and it becomes like red, and then becomes skin color.
Oh.
You see? Then I was like, Jesus fucking Christ! I can see why
share
people.
the link so that everybody can watch it.
I don't know whether it's still on
Okay.
YouTube, but like when it happened, I'm like, wow, I can actually see why people are horrified, but at the same time are appreciative of life. Then the doctors slipped the cord and everything, tied it very fast and all that shit. So it was right after watching porn also. Because I was just curious, I'm like, hey, actually, why are they so concerned about the cum? Come lah, come anywhere, come mouth, the face, eye.
I can imagine the whole scenario. First you wanking and watching one, right? After you come again, you're like, shit, how? Then you watch for 45 minutes, not sure you wipe already or not. Then you watch it, you're like, oh damn.
That's literally what happened to me. I came, I wiped, and then I was like, I went in that whole mind thing, you know. I'm like, wow, fuck, so much clarity, you know, after you come. Then I'm like, how does it happen?
So much clarity, I just want to sleep.
Yeah.
The time I was a kid outside, I just watch. I'm like, wow, that makes no sense. You see, I think what is missing from the entire fucking syllabus is that whole process. You know? But of course, I didn't watch cesarean, that'd be fucked up, dude. That'd be like some saw to that shit.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, now I cannot watch that. But you know, after you see all these things, and I think that at that time, YouTube wasn't really patrolled as much. So you got to see a lot of these things.
Now
Surgeries also, I think they had last time. Quite intense.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think I even saw death. Like on
Actual
YouTube.
death.
Yeah, actual death at that time. You know how they like terrorists and all that? I actually saw like decapitation and all that. It was quite intense, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh shit, actually come to think of it, I think I pernah see decapitation also.
Yeah, right.
And I can't remember which media, but it was definitely a video.
See?
They were bagged and then they just yeah.
Some of them like all lined up and then blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, correct. I remember watching something like that. It was,
Last time it was very unfiltered one. So
fuck.
it took some time before people actually blocked report abuse and all that shit. So there was a lot of things that went on YouTube, man. And I actually kind of thank them for it. Like, I think if I didn't watch porn and I didn't watch that, I wouldn't have understood the repercussions of coming in the girl if I had sex with her the first time. That thing. You know, I know you wear condom and all that, but like, let's say you come in the condom, whatever, you'd rather be safer and all that, right? So if I didn't watch all that, I think I'd be fucked, man. Honestly speaking.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I think this was totally fucking missing in the service. Or I think that's probably why in Saujana at the time, because that's where we studied. There are a lot of pregnancies. Like girls who were pregnant taking SPM.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, man. It's quite fucked up. Pinafore cannot fit also, had to wear baju kurung.
Oh. A lot
Got what?
Okay.
At least 2 or 3 lah, that time my year. I
Okay.
don't know your year got no.
Mine got 1 or 2 lah. That's all I know lah.
Very common one.
Yours? Good. See this I did before.
I don't remember anyone being pregnant in high school lah.
You probably
from
don't
what
know this also. Like, you don't know anything on actually. Right. They
I
got-
probably pregnant lah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but mine very charm. You know, she walk around, she very shy.
Of course, people judge you. They talk about you.
Yeah. You know, like there are some girls who have tattoos and all that also from high school, right? Then
Can they?
that's why they all hide it with a bandage. But I'm like, how long have you been injured, girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other day I saw her, I was at Kopitiam. She was selling newspaper. I'm like, wow, fuck man.
Oh, that's just tragic.
Yeah, and she looked at me and I looked at her. And I remember that time when I noticed that she had a tattoo and she was sitting right next to me. Because I was in a very shit class, my grades were very bad. And she was sitting next to me and I was like, this girl, she fucked up one. Then after Manatau, years later, see her selling newspaper in front of a
Maybe
Kopitiam.
that's part-time job and she has like something.
Yeah, maybe. Honestly.
Yeah.
True hustler, but didn't look like it lah.
Yeah.
Or maybe she was a spy.
Quite charm lor,
Yeah.
quite charm lor. But I can't even imagine all those pregnancies lah. Like, you're so young. What do you do?
Yeah.
Like, imagine taking care of a kid, no? Like, fuck man. Your whole life is just totally ends there. Your husband probably has to go start working. Who you gonna take care of the kid? Like that shit. Fucked up, man.
Actually fucked, yeah.
Assuming your husband don't run away.
Oh,
yeah, if
it's
it's
not
not
gonna get a big assumption,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, man. At that time, you know, when you're so young, you probably just want to go CC and all that shit, you know?
Yeah.
Pretty much, man.
Right?
Yeah.
And then your attention is probably like, no, I just want to be the best Dota player. You know, you get a lot of money playing Dota. You're just rotting.
It's like you're not even responsible for yourself and you're responsible for a kid, man.
That's the whole fucking spectrum of repercussions by not fucking telling kids how to have sex properly.
Yeah.
Lives are ruined across the fucking globe.
What we can do is talk about it more lah.
Yeah, but I think eventually people will just find out like how we all know how it's done.
Yeah, but the
But
thing
we're
is,
lucky, you see.
when they do find out, right, if you do not paint a full picture for them, they just find out parts where like what they want to know, and what they don't know is what's gonna fuck them.
Yeah.
Well, I never thought of that way.
right? Like how many unplanned pregnancies there
Yeah, I never thought of that.
were. In the US, there are actually a lot. Like you also be surprised because sex ed to them becomes like a white noise type thing. Like another sex ed class. Fuck. Then you just listen, don't care, then have sex that time. Wow, fuck. Then after that, come inside, then baby GG. Yeah. But at least over there they have Planned Parenthood. Certain states, not all, but like at least they tell you how you abort, it's very safe and stuff like that. It's no longer a coat hanger treatment lah.
You know, here you GG lah. Yeah. It's a tough time, especially if you're a high schooler. What money you have to find actual solutions for your problems. I'm sure if you get the national numbers for unplanned pregnancies, like the real numbers here, we still be times that.
So how did you know like not to come inside?
How do I know not to come inside?
Because if it's not like nobody taught you that, right? I believe.
Well, generally when you watch porn, they come outside. So monkey see, monkey do.
Huh? Really? I see all the one that come inside. They're like, what happens if you come inside? Why are they always? What? You come inside? The touch shit. I'm like, what? They so against it? Just come inside lah. Then I Google, then that's how I led to the fucking pregnancy video. That's my curiosity.
Okay.
And that's me, you know. Like, how many people are curious, you know? Nobody.
Yeah, man. I mean, like being a younger sibling is helpful. Knowledge just flows to you naturally. So you're like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. It's fucking weird, man. Imagine if I wasn't curious. Fucked up, man.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering, like, because I cannot recall like that part.
It's a very, very big point, you know. You think about it. Like,
You cannot recall which part.
Like, how do I know that it's not supposed to be inside?
Form 3.
Form 3?
Yeah, form 3. Yeah, but they only say sperma. Yeah.
Right.
But they don't show that how the sperma go inside vagina and all that. You don't go like target lock, then boom, 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 that shit.
Okay, that is form 3.
It's just a liquid that comes out, and then you just think, oh, liquid only ma. Right? Fucked up.
They don't make it very explicit, which they should. You should just fucking tell me to my face in writing.
Yeah.
Don't come inside.
And then the awas like.
There's no entry.
Yeah. Kecuali buat bayi.
Kecuali buat bayi, nice.
Yeah, man. But I think we ran away a lot from the fetishism part lah.
Yeah, we didn't talk about like
totally.
Yeah, we didn't talk about like the anal thingy also.
It's probably an hour lah. But I guess this video is probably going to be like fetishism grown into sex ed class. I don't know how to name these things lah. Fuck, man.
You think about it then.
Yeah. Alright, okay. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Thank you guys for coming over today.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Yeah.
But be sure to come back more often. I'm sure you guys will be thoroughly
Always welcome. Always welcome.
I think more people having conversations over here is nicer. Because if we have